That's better. I had a good stretch. Oh, you're not allowed to leave. No, Horror, you're not allowed to leave. I gave Leaky the power, and I don't even have to do anything, and the game changes for me. Thank you, Leaky. Because I keep forgetting, so I was actually just going to change over, but I don't have to. I figured, you know, best chance of it actually. Just wanted to check it worked. That is fine. I am okay with that. So yes, Homebody. It's ridiculously warm. It's 26, and it's not been this hot in like so long. It never felt like summer until this week. So yeah, so this is the final game. We have a copy of this game to give away as well. Let me just intro first. So Homebody, developed by Game Grumps, love it. Published by Rogue Games. Thank you to them both for the copy of this game for my streaming purposes. I appreciate it. I also have a copy to give away. Thank you to ID at Xbox. So you can enter for an Xbox copy of this game. Hashtag horror again, because then I don't have to reset up the giveaway. It's just there. But, you know, I'll draw it at the very end of the stream before I finish. So you've got time to enter if you want to see what it is first. So this was released on the 1st of June. Is available on Xbox PC, PlayStation Switch. On Xbox, it's £16.74 or $19.99. And I have some handy links if you want to check out the games that I've been streaming today. So, Homebody is a nostalgic survival horror puzzle game, which is why we're playing them all on my other account, because A, 666 just amuses me as for horror games, and B, you know, it may be too spoopy for me, so I don't want to commit. Where it's a nostalgic survival horror puzzle game where you catch up with old friends and try not to get murdered. Emily and her college buddies have gathered at a remote rental house to watch the Perseid meteor shower. They try to rekindle the bonds they once had, but lingering emotional wounds and social anxieties leave Emily feeling more alone than ever. When the power suddenly goes out, it's almost a relief. But under the cover of darkness, a mysterious killer picks them off one by one. If Emily can't find a way out, she'll be trapped in this nightmare forever. Evade the killer, solve the house's devious puzzles, and reconnect with your friends. Escaping the house may seem impossible at first, but each attempt to put the pieces together, with each attempt to put the pieces together, the bloodstained picture becomes more and more clear. It's inspired by retro horror games and classic 80s slasher films. Sets the scene for a thrilling evening. Well, we're playing it in the afternoon. It's nearly evening, it's 5:22. This retro but modern game pulls players through a deeply strange and emotional experience. Emily and her friends gather, for the viewing of the meteor shower, annual viewing. Relationship strained and anxiety is high, but should be a relaxing weekend quickly goes awry, turning even darker as a mysterious killer picks them off. Just one night together, or is it? After a bloody night, Emily wakes up back in the foyer. Realizing something is horribly wrong, Emily must find an escape no matter what it takes. Oh, I wonder if it's like a, you know, Groundhog Day type thing. Learn more about Emily's relationships with choice-driven dialogue, stealthily explore the house, moving quietly and hiding in closets to evade the killer's responsive AI. No, not the AI! Death may be inevitable, but knowledge never dies. Use an in-game journal to track the clues and puzzle solutions, piecing together this mysterious event. And I've cut off my next sentence, hang on. With continuously changing challenges in the house, puzzles will require strategic and creative thinking to solve. But be careful and work quickly. Time continues to tick on and the unpredictable killer stalks the house. Oh, there we go. That was the timer for the other one. Looking for Emily and her friends. So, yeah, this one... I don't really know what to expect. There are 10 achievements. They're not flagged. Not many people have played this. But it does feel like it's a loop type situation. So yeah, who do I know? Has anyone on played this? Oh, Bills has. Okay. Well, I have. Ah, you've played this as well, Luke? You haven't got any achievements. You did not pop any achievements. Right. Well, there we go. So let me just load it up and then show you my face. Hi, it's my face. Made with Unity. You see, every time I see that and I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to try and figure out how this game is made, because I start noticing how games are made. Okay, depictions of violence, body horror, psychological issues, including anxiety, OCD, and something else. Anxiousness. Oh, I forgot to turn my face on at the beginning of the stream because I turned off all the UI, or my decoration, because I was doing a recording for work, and I forgot to turn it back on. So we had half an hour of the stream sans overlay. Which means there's no chat on it, but that's fine. It was mostly just people saying hello. I never even noticed that I couldn't see my face. It was so weird. But yeah, pro streamer here. I blame the heat. So yeah, so this is Homebody. And the final game of the trilogy of creepy games today. And as I said, I'm giving away a copy of this game on Xbox. Thank you to ID at Xbox. Okay, so let's have a look at the settings. Menu language, English. That's easy. That's now locked. Okay, I broke it already. Ah. Let's just go back. Graphics. Camera. Audio. Global volume. Could just turn down the stream, but no, I'm just going to turn it down in there. Right, new game. English. Thank you. I just got very confused there. I was like, I pressed the pause button basically, and it let me out of that menu in case anyone else gets stuck. Old school savey icon behind me. Can't move yet. Select. Okay. Keep the X button to press to run. So, memory log. Call back if you see this. We're going to the Kroger down the road. Sorry if we miss you. The gate combination is the third number down on the post-it. See you soon. Gary text. Combination 420. Memory log. I like this. I like this. This is cool. Ah, no worries. Have an awesome day yourself, Mr. Coolness. I'm never quite sure what time zone that you're in, because, like, sometimes you're sleeping, sometimes you're working. Oh, it's 6:05 and there are many unread messages. But either which way, you take care of yourself, and I will see you next time. And enjoy the slightly spoopy game that you won. Hey, Emily, you're not giving up already, are you? Yes. I mean, no, I'm on my way there. Kinda. Are you panicking? Do you need to pull over? Already did. The side of the road. It's 11:30 a.m. Well, I mean, you know, I feel like you work. Yeah, I feel like you work nights, so sleeping during the day makes sense. I couldn't do that. It would very much confuse me. But, you know, other people that don't have as many weird, you know, relationship with sleep as I do, I'm sure that works perfectly well. So 11:30. So you match none of my clocks that I have. But yes. Well, you have a good sleep, and I will catch you next time. Already did what? Panicked or pull over? Pulled over. I've got 26 unread messages from my friends and I know it's going to be bad news. I've been sitting at the side of the road for 20 minutes just trying to stay calm. But I don't think I can handle it. I'm thinking about turning around. And you were hoping I'd give you permission. I would like permission to turn around, yes. Look, you're not going to a funeral. You're going to a cool old house to hang out with your friends and watch a meteor shower. You do this every year and you always seem to have a good time. First things first. No vitamin D. I mean, there are other ways of getting vitamin D. Tablets. First things first, hands on wheel, key, ignition, start driving. Okay. Well, not while you're on the phone. Unless you're putting it on hands-free. There you go. Okay, you drive worse than I do in a video game. There we go. You didn't have that in gear, did you? Emily, it feels like you haven't left the apartment in weeks. Being in the middle of nowhere and watching a meteor shower doesn't sound so bad, does it? Why are you holding the steering wheel like that? That's weird. It's not that. It's like... They're sending me like pages and pages of instructions on how to get into this weird old house they rented. Like, there's a keypad on the gate and Gary sent me the code, but I'm going to get locked out somehow and I'm going to run out of gas trying to get back. The cops are going to find me a week from now, a skeletal husk behind the wheel of my car clutching my phone. You're spinning yourself in circles, Anne. You're fine. You're safe. They miss you. It's just more of an opportunity to let them down, then. I'm already like 4 hours late. It's going to be another hour before I get there. I don't think another hour is going to make things that much worse. Would it hurt to just be honest with them about it? I guess I don't know how to say I wasted a bunch of time stalling because I didn't want to come. And not make it weird. Things are already weird enough. I haven't spoken to any of them in almost a year. You really think they won't forgive you for that? I think it doesn't matter what I think. I think I'm panicking. Emily? What are you so afraid of? Driving whilst on the mobile phone? You can recall important facts from your memory log. Press the menu button to open the memory log. Yeah, so it says something about third number down on the post-it. I've got a combination of 420, which of course I'm going to remember, but... Right. 8, 1, 2, 9. Log updated. I like this. It's slightly similar graphic style to the first game, but different ambiance. This feels like more modern textures, even though you've got the same blocky feel. The other felt a lot like older, like resi type textures. This one's giving me a little bit vibes of that game set in London, but obviously just that sort of art style. The game that was set in London that wasn't actually in London, that was like had the... Yeah, the giveaway's just running. No one's entered. If someone enters, I can check it's working. But it was already... I just set it up for the same thing and just reset it after I pulled the last one. Last stop. Thank you, Lady Mc... I didn't even give it any more keywords. And... Alright, okay. Let me just check. Yep, it's working. I remember if I refresh the page, you see, before I put the giveaway in, then it works. It's the only times when I've not refreshed the page that for some reason it just doesn't register the giveaway. You preferred Virginia over Last Stop? Virginia was odd and abstract. Last Stop was Really cool. Had the multiple storylines and was set in a tube thing. Hi, Vlad. How you doing? How you been? Not seen you in a while. Okay, the ending felt slightly rushed. Possibly? I don't know. I feel like it was just rounding everything up nicely. I guess it depended on which ending you picked. Because, you know, it had multiple options. I just really liked Last Stop. I thought it was definitely different. Virginia was just weird as far as I remember. But anyway, the point is it's that sort of colour palette texture feel from Last Stop compared to the Tartarus Key. Colleague got married in a swimming pool? But yes, I think you said you'd found the location models for it because they were. I was like, I'm fairly certain I've been to some of these places, but they didn't look quite the same. But yes, the giveaway is definitely enabled. I'm switching back to my stream thing. Oh hey Cliff. So yeah, it's like Last Stop merged with the last game graphicsy thing. Why is he pissed at us? There she is, the star of the show. The exterior is London, but the interior is Oop North. You're finally here. Yeah, log drive, huh? It wasn't that bad. I think it was on more like 3.5 hours. Felt more like 6 from here. We were getting worried about you. So we don't have a truth option. I just say a work thing. Sorry. Work thing took more time than I expected it to. It took way longer to pack up after the con than I expected. Oh, the graphic design convention. Yeah. Well, now the work week's over, it's time to sit around doing nothing. You're gonna love it, Emily. And hey, I take it you got my text message? Yep, all of them. Cool. We were worried you wouldn't be able to get inside. Did Pete have any trouble getting here? Actually, Pete isn't here yet. He's about 33 hours late. Yeah, I was supposed to be here last night. Worst of all, the owner of the house didn't want to let us in before everyone named on the rental was here. Yeah, like a server at Olive Garden not wanting to seat us until our whole party had arrived. It took some convincing for him to let us stay. Is that why Mr. Nest gave us an hour of instructions on how not to wreck the place? I think he would have done that either way. He didn't strike me as the kind of guy who gets a lot of company. Not to be mean. Was that too mean? Fine. Anyway, come on in, Emily. Make yourself comfortable. Don't know why I've decided Megan's Scottish, but you know, why not? Could have made myself Scottish. That would have been easier. For real, we've got some catching up to do. How long's it been since I last saw you? Like a year? Yeah. Don't keep us waiting any longer. There was one more guy, though. Hey, why don't I take your bag for you? Okay. He smoked and left. He's probably pissed at us. Hey, everyone's really happy to have you here. I am too. You sure? It's a bit like little Agatha. Ooh. Is that cinematic effect or actual ghosty? Because if it's a wee ghosty, then, you know, that's a totally different type of thing. So there's a loading underneath my whatchamacallit over there, and there's a saving icon behind me. And I ain't moving. Okay, so it said memory log updated. Anyway, right. Exam unlock. Locking mechanism doesn't have power. Okay. Yellow cable leads from the locking mechanism into the other room. Alright, okay. This is my suitcase. Right. Inspect. This is what I packed. I know I was in a hurry, but this is 2 pairs of pants and no underwear. The hell? This is so embarrassing. I am also standing on my suitcase. What's wrong with me? I don't know. The interact, show interactable, interact reveal. Okay. Or the left bumper. Okay. Let's have a look at the clock. 10:30. Hang on, it says 10:30 and then 7:23. 7:24, 7:25. Which one is it? Because it's neither that. It's 5:39 p.m. here. It's 7:29 there, which is, and then 10:30 on the clock. Okay. Emily, I am so happy you're here. Henry, I am so happy you're here. How are you feeling? I'm fine. Fine isn't a feeling, but I'll take it. How was the convention, aside from long? It wasn't worth it. I took a loss on business cards alone, and that's just a financial loss. I wasn't expecting to make a killing or anything, but I was hoping to get, like, some validation or something. Have I mentioned how much I love your work, Emily? Oh, stop. Are you excited to get out there and see the Perseoids? I guess so. Aw, man, I'm so excited. I'm all shaky. I feel like I drank a ton of coffee. But I had to stop doing that years ago. Well, you're pretty into space stuff now, huh? Oh, Emily, I don't know if this is the door you want to open. I have spent a lot of time on astronomy Wikipedia lately. It's a pestilence. Maybe some other time. Okay, so, to start out, you're probably asking yourself, what the heck is a Perseid? What we call the Perseids are actually bits of junk that fall off a much bigger comet, the Swift Tootie. It has this whole cloud of bits that follows it around its orbit, and these bits get burned up in our atmosphere, hence the streaks of light. In fact, some of these little bits have been part of the cloud for 1,000 years. Neat, isn't it? To think about how it went so far away to just come right back to us again. Gary, we haven't really caught up in a while. We haven't. Not that things have actually changed. And that's mostly a good thing. I'm still noodling around in Illustrator. Gotta put the timer on. All days at the glove factory and hanging with Megan and Cliff a bunch. Life's pretty good. Are you still working in comics? Of course, in the sense that I sit on ideas until the week before I need to write, draw, print, and assemble or run a minis for a con, but that always works great. I'm thinking hyperfocus and, deadline procrastination. My ND-DAR is going off. I'm thinking ADHD, but, I'm not a psychiatrist, and I don't want to, armchair diagnose people, but still, It's hard to resist waiting until the last moment. Yeah, a little procrastination never hurt anybody. But it's not that. It's literally that, you need that sense of urgency. It's not really, even though I said deadline procrastination, because that's what I call it. I have a thing where if I don't do it now, then I forget to do it. Or it just makes me anxious. So a lot of people are like, oh my god, that was so quick. And I'm like, yes, because it's either now or never. Now or never. So it makes me look like I'm like teacher's pet, always doing things straight away, but there's a reason. Anyway, things are good. I was out the other night with some friends. We went to a dive bar nearby to low-key celebrate my pal Ashley's lizard's birthday. We drank too much in honour of the little bastard and ended up at one of those touristy pick-and-mix candy shops, which is not a good thing for a drunk person to have access to. Sugar! You just get too excited and start grabbing all the things you loved as a kid, and then you realise that gummy cola bottles suck, and it's like, why did I get so many of these? Well, if you get the cherry ones, they taste much better. The problem is that pick-and-mix is so freaking expensive. And now I really want candy, and I don't have any. I didn't order any. I have like a Whisper. And that's it for sugary stuff. Maybe I could make a pudding. I could make a pudding. Not right now, obviously. I want candy. Yeah, exactly, Nikki. You are a procrastinator. I am also a procrastinator as well. But it's harmful sometimes, so I try and manage around it by basically tricking my brain. I feel like this game, even though it says survival horror, is going to be drawing me in. I'm getting that vibe that there's going to be that mystery that I just want to solve. But yes. Anyway, it was pretty dumb fun, but it was pretty... Okay, I don't like people using dumb as a pejorative type thing. It's fun nonetheless. You do anything exciting lately? I went to breakfast with Laura last week. Fun. Ooh, how's the weekend been going? Well, I didn't see what those options were, but anyway. It's been good. Cliff's been a little clingy, but it's been good just hanging out and taking in the atmosphere. Not quite like the old times, but I guess we can't expect them to be. So Cliff will be the guy that stalked in earlier. You seen Francine much? Some. Definitely a little bit of Francine. Honestly, she's been spending most of her time up in the weird old homeowner's weird old study. It's weird when you see people again for the first time in a while. They seem like exaggerated versions of themselves. Ah, but I know that's in part because I'm exaggerated too. What's the plan for tonight? We were talking about watching a movie later, I guess. For now, I'm just going to watch Megan play video games and see if Cliff needs help in the kitchen. Cliff is working on dinner right now, but he says he should be done soon. You guys already went out to watch the Visits? We went last night, yeah. It was a bummer not to have the whole group there, but it was good. Did you actually see a comet? Nope. I gave my eyes time to adjust and everything. Burn the stars into my retinas. The Perseids are supposed to be at their peak this whole weekend, so it's not too late. Not that the meteor shower is actually why we do this. Francine and Cliff both said they saw one last night. Lucky ducks. Anyway, Emily, you just got here. You should go say hey to everyone else. I'll still be here. Wait, by the way, have you heard the house rules yet? House rules? Yeah, it's one of those things. And the guy who owns the house is one of those people. The owner of the house left us a big binder of rules we have to follow. They're pretty basic aside from some weirdly specific rules about silverware. The only part that really matters is that we're supposed to stay out of the cellar and the attic. Wait, why? Now I want to know what I'm missing! Right, there's probably a body up there, or bodies plural. Also, you and me are going to be bunking together in the small bedroom next to the study. We're not going to be up to anything for a while, so you can get settled in. Cool. Okay, so... Examine in a Glass Darkly. By J. Sheridan Le Fanu in 3 volumes. Volume 1, London. R. Bentley and Son, New Burlington Street, 1872. My god, is it actually... Oh my god, it actually is going to let me... Please! There's 456 pages! Green tea. Prologue. Martin Hesselus, the German physician. Though carefully educated in medicine and surgery, I had never practiced either. The study of each continues nevertheless to interest me profoundly. Neither idleness nor caprice caused my secession from the honourable calling which I had just entered. Did I ever play Tux and Funny? No, that doesn't sound like an English thing. If it's because you know, we don't say that F word particularly. So no, I've not heard of that. What is it? Context? Oh, it's an adventure point and click game. Well, as I said, it doesn't sound English. So if it wasn't out in the UK when I was younger, no. And if it's not out on Xbox, then also no. I don't have time to play every other single adventure point and click game, but I will make a note of that name. Maybe Leaky's played it. He's always played lots of random weird ones. It released on Xbox last year. Not with achievements, though. Or it's not. It's not classified as a point and click on TA then, because there are 312 point and clicks currently active, of which 4 I can't access, and I own all of the other 308. That is not one of them. Yeah, it's an adventure. Came out 25th February 2022. Probably because of the mini games, by the sounds of it. Oh, it looks a little bit like that Salamander County television show one. Let me stick it on tracking and add it to my wish list. That way, if it, if I'm looking for something, I will not forget it. But yeah, it looks like it's a lot of mini games, which is probably why it's not classified as a point and click. There was another game that you told me about. Previous week when I was playing Road 96, and I made a note to make a note, but I forgot to actually write it down. And thank you. It was the one that you said, it's already on my wish list. Right. Let me stick price track it on it. Yeah, it was a Tedesco game. They always publish a whole bunch of like story adventure-y stuffs. I like their publishing stuff. Yes, thank you very much. I just realized I had added it to my wish list. I just forgotten what it was. I put it on price tracking, which means that it will show up on all of my lists now. If I forget to hit price tracking, it doesn't always come up when there's a sale or what have you. See, I'm not going to read 456 pages of this. I am going to read a couple just for shits and giggles. The study of each continues, nevertheless, to interest me profoundly. Neither idleness nor caprice caused my secession from the honourable calling which I had just entered. The cause was a very trifling scratch, inflicted by a dissecting knife. This trifle cost me the loss of 2 fingers, amputated promptly, and the more painful loss of my health. For I have never been quite well since, and have seldom been 12 months together in the same place. In my wanderings I have become acquainted with Dr. Martin Hesselus, a wanderer like myself. Like me, a physician, and like me, an enthusiast in his profession. Unlike me, in this that his wanderings were voluntary, and he a man, if not a fortune, as we estimate fortune in England, at least what our forefathers used to term easy circumstances. He was an old man when I first saw him, nearly 35 years my senior. In Dr. Martin Hesselus I found my master. His knowledge was immense, his grasp of a case was an intuition. He was the very man to inspire a young enthusiast like me with awe and delight. My admiration has stood the test of time and survived the separation of death. I am sure it was well-founded. For nearly 20 years I acted as his medical secretary, his immense collection of papers he left in my care to be arranged, indexed, and bound. His treatment of some of those cases is curious. He writes in 2 distinct characters. He described what he saw and heard as an intelligent layman might, and when in this style of narrative he had seen the patient either through his own hall door to the light of day or through the gates of darkness to the caverns of the dead. He returns upon the narrative in the terms of his art, and with all the force and originality of genius, proceeds to the work of analysis, diagnosis, and illustration. Here and there a case strikes me as a kind to amuse or horrify a lay reader with an interest quite different from the peculiar one which it may possess for an expert. With slight modifications, chiefly of language, of course a change of name, I copy the following. The narrator is Dr. Martin Hesselus. I find it among the voluminous notes of cases which he made during a tour in England about 64 years ago. It is related in a series of letters to his friend, Professor Van Loo of Leyden. The professor was not a physician, but a chemist, and a man who read history and metaphysics and medicine, and had in his day written a play. The narrative is therefore, if somewhat less valuable as a medical record, necessarily written in a manner more likely to interest an unlearned reader. These letters from a memorandum attached appear to have been returned on the death of a professor in 1819 to Dr. Hesselus. They are written some in English, some in French, but the greater part in German. I am a faithful, though I am conscious by no means a graceful translator, and although here and there I omit some passages and shorten others, disguise names, I have interpolated nothing. I am, as I said, not reading 456 pages. We've read the prologue, and that is thus examined. Let's see about this power box. Strange power box mounted on the wall. It looks like it can provide power to 1 or 2 cables. It leaves the box on the left and right sides, but the box itself needs to be powered on first. There's a yellow and black striped cable coming to the bottom of the box from the floor. A yellow cable leads from the left side of the box into the foyer Teal cable leaves from the right side and up into the ceiling. That would what? Yes. Sorry, I just realised you were at half a sentence. And I got distracted because I had a notification come in. Okay, so useful to know. Hang on, actually. Can we actually, like, do anything with it? No. Okay. Whoa, retro. These things feel so brittle, but sometimes they last forever. Okay. Okay, let's talk to Megan. Hey, Megan. Oh, you meant what you had read? Oh, as in, if I read 456 pages, it would take a long time. Yeah. We have like half an hour left. There's no way I'm reading any more of that. But it just amuses me that I wonder if there's an achievement for reading the entirety of that. In my own time, I may. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable, Emily, but I'm glad you're here. Why would that make me feel uncomfortable? Just like, I know how stressful it is to feel seen like that. Sweet, it's good seen. Francine was actually pretty worried you weren't going to come. She said she'd been really busy with work lately. I guess I was also worried I wasn't going to come. Why? Oh, you know, deadlines for work that I'm doing. Why? Well, I hope you're not pushing yourself too hard. You and Francine must hang out all the time since you moved out there, huh? Yeah, for sure. Speaking of which, sorry again that I'm so late. The con took it out of me. We've all been there, it's okay. And anyway, we're still waiting on Pete. Jeez, Megan, it's been so long. How have you been? Sure has. Though I mean, the list of updates is short. Not a bad thing, just like, I'm still doing the same stuff, working, gaming, having out-of-body experiences. How it goes. Out-of-body experiences? I'm not sure I do know how that goes. Be they're not out-of-body experiences exactly. What is it called? Sleep paralysis. Isn't that the thing where you're held in an icy grip, motionless as being beyond your understanding stares at you through your doorway? Nah, that ain't it. Anyway, I'm good is what I'm seeing. How's your dad? Fine, I guess. If we just stick to talking about food and movies we liked, then it's alright. Like, the only quality time I ever spend with him is watching TV in silence, and I think I'm fine with that. Have you ever tried to play video games with him? Nah, he thinks they're dumb and too much work. He's not wrong. What are you playing? This is a game called Paired Mystery. It's a super rare game that's mostly an unlicensed copy like this one. I'm the little guy with a hat and getting attacked by birds, I guess. They're throwing eggs at me. Wait, what is a pad? I don't know, that's what it says on that front. Pero? Paro? Other than that, the fact that they're irrationally violent, I don't know if they're different from normal birds. Is that a typo or what? Either that or birds are a distinct animal, like they're aliens or something, only coincidentally similar to Earthbirds. It says it's an egg jump action game. Too bad that genre never took off. How's the trip treating you so far? It's going okay. We've been having fun. It's good to see everyone. Everybody seems to have chilled out over the last couple of years, even Cliff, though he's been a little testy as usual. Nature is cool and everything, but I think we're all getting tired. I'd have been content to sit here and game the whole time. You're not getting the game time you hoped for. That's not exactly what I mean. I've been sitting here gaming with Gary a lot today. I just get antsy when I'm supposed to be sitting and enjoying something meditative. Isn't that what drugs are for? Yeah, you're right. Thanks for reminding me. You said that it's an unlicensed game. Phone cartridges like these were popular in countries where the media consoles didn't get distributed or were too expensive. A lot of people had no way of knowing there was any other option. The bootlegs were the only choice. So people grew up with these instead of the real thing? Like a divergent cultural history or something? Exactly. It's super interesting. These things really flew under the radar, and in the US they're mostly remembered as a funny, shitty curio, but there are people like me who are just as interested in collecting them. for preservation's sake. That's part of it. I like to think I'm helping preserve the history of the games. Retro collections usually predicated on nostalgia, like the capturing the feeling of your childhood and getting back things that you feel you lost to time. The truth is, I didn't like my childhood and I'm glad most of that stuff is gone. Sorry, Megan. Thanks, I'm over it. I know your childhood was no picnic either. Wasn't, but we can commiserate together so it was worth it, right? Sure. The only things I'm nostalgic for are things I didn't actually have, things I wanted but never got to touch, or things I never knew existed. Like this copy of Pale Mystery, I'm excited to be able to play it while I'm here. You didn't bring that thing with you? No. Even though there were no guarantee there'd be a dope old CRT TV, I had a feeling. Pale Mystery was just here waiting for me when I got here. You can play it too. Go ahead and give it a try. Anyway, I'm going to say hi to every other kids. Cool? Shall we try some Paired Mystery? Push start button. Oh, not actually the start button. That's the memory log. I overly cautiously jump. High score is that. There's probably one for doing high score. Okay, I had a go. I'm not going to... Hello? Are you the kitchen? Read rules binder. Binder is full of pages and pages of notes on how to care for the house and its contents. The others really weren't kidding. It's kind of obsessive. I flipped through it a bit. It's open to a page about the cellar and the attic being off limits. It gets weirdly personal about what an invasion of privacy it would be to go into those areas without permission. Is it about a fee for emotional damages? Yeah, so this is... I'm intrigued. It's not, like, jumping scary at me yet. So that's good. I can hide in the closet. Cool, good to know. But yes, if you'd like to win a copy of this game on Xbox, then please feel free to enter the giveaway with hashtag horror. What's cooking? Fire safety in the kitchen. But food isn't the only thing you can burn. Be careful when cooking. Okay. Lots of burn stuff. Are you... Yeah, I'm not going to answer that. I want some donuts. Aww. Eggplant palm in process. Palm? I never did understand what palm was. It's an American thing. Hi, Cliff. Cliff! Oh, hey. Who are you again? Funny. Read guestbook. Wonderful year. Future guests. Upstairs shower. Something. Even for hooligans. Clang's manuscript. Jonathan R. Stakes. Dominique Marsh. Clara Jones. Welcome to... I don't know. It's an eggplant palm. What is it, like eggplant with parmesan on it? I know there's like chicken parm as well, but like chicken parmesan is... It's a cheese. So I think it's like an American thing. Because I'm not Italian. I don't know. some point I remember to look it up, but yeah. Also, you know, we have aubergines, not eggplants, so it's got to be an American thing, right? Welcome to my home. I hope it feels like your own for the duration of your stay. Kindly peruse the band in the kitchen. Don't mind keeping this old place in one piece. Remember to leave a review. So, I mean, this goes back quite a while. Coolest Airbnb. It's like a yearbook. Yeah, but I mean, chicken parm is not something we have either, Lady McGree, in the UK. So, which is why I'm confused. So, like, that is 77 to 78, 76 to 78. 81, 73 to 82, 84 to 86. Some of these overlap. 06, and then new stuff. Okay. Yeah, it's something that I've spent a lot of time in Italy, and it's never something that we were offered, so you know, there we go. But I mean, there's like stuff here that's classed in the UK. It's classed as like Indian food that they don't have in India. It's English. So there we go. I'll look it up, but I'm fairly certain it's not something that I ever experienced. Yeah, but chicken parmesan. It's probably something that it's called chicken parm. Place of origin, United States. There we go. I was right. It's similar to an Italian dish, but like calling it just like, you know, ingredient cheese is very American. Also, I really don't like combining chicken and tomato. That's just something I don't prefer that. It's a texture together. Aubergines, yeah. I mean, I don't know about being a vegetarian. Oh, the power went out. Find a food in this tank for sauce for all the pumps. Will be calibrated. Manual drain, something. And it says 43. I don't know what that is. I think I was referring more to like the name, but yeah, chicken parmesan is origin is United States. Maybe based on an original Italian dish, but it certainly was called something different. Aside from the fact that, you know, chicken in Italian is pollo. So something like pollo al formaggio or something like that would be more thingy. So yeah, I was gonna say literally the English anglicized name is American, and I was right. That's what Wikipedia says. It's American. So I feel vindicated because yeah, it may be based off an original Italian dish, but it's certainly not Italian. It is American. Eggplant parm was your father's favorite. Cool. I'm not trying to blame the Americans. Why would I blame the Americans? I didn't say it was bad. I just said that it was American. Don't put words in my mouth. The Chim Dipper, October 8th, 1978. Review Carpenter's Deli at the end of its struggle. Okay. Nest disappearing from daily lunches and the eventual downfall. Okay. Okay. Anyway. Now I'm hungry. Damn you. Time keeps on ticking, ticking. Into the future. Getting close to 10:30. Thinking, hey, let's try and figure the situation out. Okay. Cliff, hey. You're looking at me like you know who I am. I don't think you do. Okay. Weird. This is missing. 16 pages of Frankenstein. No. Tipper, August 20th, 1974. It's happening last Tuesday. Group of young men and women run a gamut of writer here, blah blah blah. Clara Jones. Last week, something meteor shower. Nest. That's the name of the guy. Manuscript page. Come Hell or High Waters, Part 1 festivities. Okay. Dracula! No. I wonder if they got the entire thing, and I suppose it is Creative Commons now. Did you hear something just now? I did. It sounded like something breaking. Lightning was intense. Ow. That was upsetting loud. And it's not even raining out. Yeah, I noticed that too. Some kind of electrical storm, maybe? Do you know what to do about the power outage? Hell. Well, we don't have any notes on what to do if the power's out. I suppose Cliff may be the person to ask about that. He works on electric equipment, doesn't he? Cliff isn't talking to me. Shoot, that's so like him. In the meantime, I guess we need to figure something out. The lock on the front door. Do you know why? What? Did you try unlocking it? It's not the door itself. It's a separate machine. Uh-oh, so we're trapped inside until we figure the lock out. Okay, no reason to panic. Cliff was kind of shitty to me when I said hi to him. Have you noticed anything? Anything other than his usual attitude? No, I haven't. How cold he can be. I'm sure he's just being rude for rudeness' sake. Seems worse than usual. It's really worrying me. Thanks, I'm sorry. But now that I think about it, he's rude to me too. He hasn't been himself when he isn't talking to Gary. I guess I just chalked that up to him being a jerk. The place is really disturbing. It's an amazing place, but I'm really worried that the power's out. Where's Pete? We were on a thread with him up until the middle of yesterday. He said he'd be here tonight by 6. And yet you beat him here. Hopefully we'll see him again soon. Y'all were actually in touch with him? I haven't heard from him in forever. Well, neither have I, really. What are we going to do? What's the plan for tonight? We need to get the power back on. If we can't, well, I suppose we can still enjoy the Perseus in the dark, right? Cliff was working on dinner in the kitchen, but now I suppose that won't be happening for a while. Sorry everything got weird right when you showed up. Receipts for construction projects. Sheet metal and rebar. Bees! Dead bees. But still. Drawer is empty. Drawer is full of Christmas ornaments. Drawer is full of small plastic baby figurines. Jesus. Drawer is full of rocks. Drawer is full of tiny unmarked vials. This drawer is full of rulers of various shapes and sizes. This drawer is full of rubber bands. This drawer is full of dirt. Some mysteries are best left unsolved. This drawer is full of various dice. 6-sided, 12-sided, 20-sided. Inside drawer 12, there's a ripped piece of paper. It's page 110. The text is about something called the Watcher that the writer or protagonist is afraid of. Where's the book this is missing from? I don't know, it could be anything. This drawer just has an empty can of some off-brand energy drink. This drawer is full of tiny skulls, probably mice. Let's go with mice. Drawers! Also, sorry for my language, but I did not expect to get stabbed when I was looking at these drawers. Two left. Okay. Right, that's at 110. And then we've got a front door lock thick. So that's what we gathered. We gained extra, but obviously it doesn't matter what the code was to get into the thing. Do we still just have pants? Now we have nothing? It's empty? There's no way I totally forgot to pack. What the hell? Okay, so that's different. Let's go upstairs first this time. Full of pens, and that drawer is full of screws. Ripped piece of paper. Okay, so Watcher. Just gonna go to 110. I'm definitely intrigued by this game. It's kind of reminding me a little bit. Okay. Alright, that's not the book. Okay. No. Alright, talk to Francine. Emily, glad you can make it. Your room's down the hall. Francine, what the... Good to see you too, Francine. Are you doing alright? Francine, I'm fine. Sorry I'm late. Don't take this too harshly, but you're exhausted. Yeah, the con just took it out of me. That's the pressing as options! Social pressure. Glad to have finally made it. It's going to be a good night. I'm glad to hear it. Do you know anything about a book with a monster called the Watcher? The Watcher? Interesting. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Right, that's from a glass dartly. Oh, that one downstairs. Okay, in one of them... looked a bird. Do you have a feeling of deja vu, Francine? Like I have a feeling we've been here in this room before. In a nostalgia way, you mean? No, like literal. Then no. Are you doing... No, I really need to sit down. Are you dehydrated? Is your blood sugar low? You really can't hear me when I talk about what happened, can you? I guess it's just my imagination. Well, maybe you should go lie down or something. You've had a long night, haven't you? You're supposed to have a relaxing weekend. Yeah, maybe I just need to calm down. We didn't get to look in here last time, so... Parker, thank you for the vials. I swear these are the last I'll need. I do remember to change your bandages because I do not plan on taking you to the ER again. The work will be done soon. Rest assured it's about as convoluted as you fear. See. Song Celestial or the Bhagavad Gita from the Mahabharata, being a discourse between Arjuna, Prince of India, and the Supreme Being under the form of Krishna. Cool. Well, we're not reading all of that. Found an entirely other hallway. Teal wire leads up to a box with a spotlight. Okay. Okay. Computer's on uninterrupted power supply. So that means it's important. The keypad diagram. The sticky note. 12. Examine flare. The flare for an electric lock, made from the 80s. Illustrations of that gauzy airbrush lock they did then has an optimal electromagnetic failsafe. Deactivate on loss of power. Okay. Oh. Kiara, someone will be coming in by the electrics coming to the installation. Have them set the passcode as specified on the form and lock up the schematic. Combination in the cellar cage when done. Do not let them enter the attic. Thank you, P. Parker, why are you suddenly obsessed with security? Can't tell if you're working to keep something out and get something in. Why would they want to go in the attic? I'm going to see you leave the house again someday. See. I don't know what that says because I keep on pressing. Ah, never mind. Okay, cool. Okay, it's Minesweeper. Ah. Yay, I win. I won at Minesweeper, so I got a thing 12 linked with 110. Okay. Safeguide to kids logging online. Personal information, school birthday. Bad things can happen to you. There's a post-it note on or something, right? Eulogy for the chosen few. Holy lightning strikes thrice. You're baptized in the great gunshot. Something. Okay, cherish. I don't know. That's weird. So I can hide. Okay. Found the bathroom. Classy. Set to 12 at all times. Do not touch. Oh! My god, I broke the wall! I broke the wall! Illich brand static pressure pump operation basics. Every Illich brand comes with a configurable set of pressure cylinders that can be arranged in any order. Normal cylinders increase PSI output by 12 per 1, heavy duty, bulkier 5. Okay. So did I just fire the instructions for the thing? Well, we set it to 12. I'm a little bit confused. Oh, that was a whole other area. Excellent. So if the power's out, we should be able to get out of the door, right? No. Well, in a moment, we're gonna die. Okay, basement, because we're not supposed to be down here, but... I thought of the body at first. Did that just play music? Tunnel near the floor that went out into the darkness seems to stretch. Okay. No, don't know what to do with that. Sticking out on the power box, little jarring of sea urchins. Nautical mind. Not ready to solve this yet. It's okay. Cable. Well, they did say don't come down here, but hey, I'm going to die anyway, so... Figured, you know. Not budging. Of hollow tubes and animal spirits. Bodies, a mechanism, something. Yep, that's really confusing. Not what to do with that. I didn't actually mean to go down here. I don't have anywhere to hide in here. Yeah, so I'm dead. I'm a little confused, and my timer is about to go off. Oh, yeah, my timer is going to go off. Because yeah, yeah, we've been about an hour. So we've died twice. We lasted longer that time. I got some more information. I'm very confused. Oh, we've got a little bit of a cutscene thing. And then we'll end it here for the day. Because I'm hungry. Oh, and I need to pull the giveaway. Any last entries for the giveaway? Hashtag horror. I recognize you. Huh? You're the one with the sense of being better than the things you're better than. I understand where you come from. I've been there. I am there. What? Can I help you? I'm trying very hard to leave there. If you're anything like me, you're probably expecting a reward, but winning only gets you in deeper. Are you trying to find a way to keep your elbows clean? I'm there with you. I see your left arm raise. I'm curious about the state of your right eye. Please, I'm gonna get going now. Who do you show your ticket to? Are you going to the train station? The rubble aside the train station, are you going beneath the train station? Have a good night. I want to know what happened to my clothes in between me opening the suitcase those 2 times. The loop is not what it seems, is what I can tell. Right, it's saving, loading. The heck? Okay, so we gained some more stuff. We gained a picture of the 1 panel. And we gained a locker, which made a funny noise. And we gained a mine note. And we won a minesweeper. And then we had these weird instructions on PSI pumps. And a 12 and 110, which we can look at 110, I suppose, real quick. Let's look at page 110. And then we are going to end for the day. But I'll be back tomorrow. Yes. Oh, and yeah. Okay. Last entries. Right. Let me just flip to the right thing. Right. Leaky, you've won a copy of this really intriguing game that made me jump. Aha. So this is where the missing page from the study drawer came from. I will send you the code in a moment after the stream. What do these color bars mean? Right. We got a clue. Yeah. Blue, yellow, yellow. No. Blue, red, red, yellow. Okay. Exit. And then return to title screen. So yes, that game was really cool. Again, I did not get achievements, same as Lady Magritte. I believe that's quite. I'm not quite sure what the first. Escape the house. Okay, or get a high score in Paired Mystery. I feel you have to do many loops before you can get to a stage where you could escape or solve a puzzle. But yes, thank you very much to Game Grumps and Rogue Games for the code for me for streaming this one, and thank you to ID at Xbox for the code for the giveaway, and congratulations to Nikki and me, Mr. Corners, for running the previous game. I hope you enjoy them. I will be back tomorrow with Danganronpa. We're going to be going into chapter 1. Danganronpa 2, sorry. Going into chapter 1. The prologue was bizarre. I'll do a recap at the beginning of the stream if you missed the last one, so don't worry. Oh, sorry, Jesse. Well, I am over by like half an hour, so but I'm sorry you missed it. I hope you had a good day. I hope everyone else has a good day. And yeah. Yeah, I will be back tomorrow. Thank you to everyone for being here. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm gonna make some food. I'm gonna have steak because there's nothing like, you know, a good run of murder games and mystery games to get you to want steak. I am weird. I don't know. I'm hungry. Cool. And Jesse's gonna go live soon. But yeah, I gotta cook. I hope you see you tomorrow, and we'll try and finish by 6 UK time for the Xbox showcase, because I want to watch it. So hopefully the chapter will, you know, allow us to break in a nice place round about then. But for now, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you to all the developers and publishers for, you know, making the games. Always very cool. And thank you again to ID at Xbox. And yeah. I'm not a big fan of aubergine. Or is that courgette? I don't know if I've ever had an aubergine. Anyway, the point is, I'm hungry. I'm going to go make food. Love you all. I've been Joe, otherwise known as Angel SK. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.